This is the Villa download. We break it down, your dose of love, violence and beyond. From the villa to the latest shows. This is the Villa download. Where the real story always flows.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Villa Download, your go-to spot for reality TV deep dives, cast exclusive, and all the tea that doesn't make it on screen. And today is extra special because we're diving into The Snake, Fox's newest reality competition show from this summer, also streaming on Hulu.
I don't think I'm going to have any issue betraying anybody in this game.
I'm going to do my best to act with integrity.
You're as cold as ice.
Each week, you will compete to become the Snake, the most powerful position in the game.
I will pick you over anyone else.
I trust you, I trust Jack. Sometimes you throw the grenade and walk away.
You guys are gonna need me. Who's gonna need you?
You're as cold as ice.
God's watching you right now and praying that you burn.
The Snake series premiere Tuesday, June 10th on Fox.
So it has fans obsessed.
Exactly. And if you've been watching us, you know The Snake is all about deception, persuasion, and survival. Contestants, they have to charm, scheme, and slither their way through challenges and saving ceremonies, all while trying to avoid being the one left behind.
Yes. And let's not forget, we've already had some unforgettable conversations with the cast. We kicked things off with Catherine, the best villain of the summer, the unapologetic firecracker who shook the fearless gameplay. And then we had Brett this past week, the boxer. He joined us and gave us that wild behind the scenes look at his honest yet chaotic strategy.
And today what we've got, we're gonna raise the bar, definitely. Y'all be ready, get your shot glasses ready, whatever you're doing, because we are joined none other than by our glamours and our fashionable, and excited to have Frank here with us today. And oh my gosh, but we're here for all of it. So the bold moves, everything.
Yes. So congratulations to our season 1 winner. So that's right, between Frank's charismatic gameplay and a lovely friendship that he also developed from this show as well, which makes him double winner. We are here to spill everything from alliances, betrayals, survival hacks, hopefully some glam hacks as well. And to find out what life has been after the finale.
So grab your drink, settle in, and let's get into all things The Snake and with Frank, because this is going to be a wild ride, and as the show goes as well. So let's buckle up.
Yes. So Frank, welcome to the show. We are so happy to have you here today.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here with you ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
Always our pleasure. And real quick, guys, before we dive in, you know the drill. If you're here for the first time, hit subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our reality TV interviews and the Snake breakdown.
So click that like button, and it tells y'all like to go ahead and look at our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our other channels. And if this is the kind of reality content TV that you like and you want some more of it, and share the screen with your friends, share the group chats, watch parties. I have some watch parties, like drinking games if you want, or if you don't drink, do whatever. Just have some fun. And like I said, for you Snake fans, come on, because this is where you want to be.
For sure. But let's get into it. Why we are all here today, wanting to get to know more about the man, the myth, the legend, Frank. So, Frank, coming from North Carolina, how did you come about getting on this show? Did you seek it out? Did they find you? How did this all come to fruition?
So, one, thank you again for having me here. I'm so happy to be here, and share all things snake life and experience. So, that being said, how did we get here? Right? Um, what a wild and crazy ride this has been. I actually was, I guess you could say, nominated by my very good friend Jeanette, back home in North Carolina, and she works in what's called like a co-working office. Her office is Six Works, and there was a casting director there named Caroline who asked her, "Do you know anybody that's like charismatic, decent looking for TV, maybe a little kooky?" And she goes, "Oh, you have to meet Frankie. He's out of his mind, but has a great head of hair, and you'll laugh the whole time." And
Sure.
I didn't know that she was doing this because we always joke and talk, and she goes, "You need to be on TV. You're a psycho," and I'm like, "Okay, well, thanks, honey." And then, so then they reached out, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a prank because I've gotten, oh, do you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, 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 sure. And then she reached out, and I actually called Jeanette, and I was like, could you believe these people just asked me if I was like blah, blah, blah? She goes, does it happen to be called this? And I'm like, did you do this? And she's like, yeah, you're welcome. I was like, oh, okay. Boom, shakalaka. Here we are.
Oh my God, I love that.
That was just like everything just aligned for you. Like, I mean, there couldn't have been a better pick, a better winner, just a better
Oh,
everything.
thank you.
It's like this is for you. Like, and I'm so happy that you're in the spotlight. And Danielle and I were having a time was had watching the show, watched it twice. Oh, we are definitely here for it. So Frank, like you came in as like you were known as like the makeup artist.
Yeah.
But you start to show that you were playing a bigger game than anybody expected. So, like, what was your mindset walking into that? Like you were literally like walking into like a game of manipulation.
Well, it's funny, and this is all meant in good fun, jest, and lighthearted nature, right? So
Sure.
anything that I say, my sense of humor, it tends to be a little bit forward at times. So I promise everything I say is with the kindest and warmest heart. I felt like I was walking into the Hunger Games, and in my head, I was like, "Yo, the winner of this is Katniss Everdeen. So you either need to channel that or not at all." And so in my head, when we pop out of the crates and you see your competition, right? And under the assumption that primarily the competitions would be physical, immediately I said, okay, I'm going to need to pivot because look at these people. I mean, they're like 17'12" and built like Herculon and Hercules. Well, my power is here and my paintbrush. You are wise beyond your years, but even through the face of adversity, you remain calm and have class and couth. So hats off to you.
Appreciate it.
Very nice.
The same mutual respect.
Frankie's a real snake because he's got so many skills that I think some people don't see it. Hairdresser, come on, he's in with all the women.
I trust your judgment.
My eyes are so puffy this morning.
You want a patch, Bubby? You put the right shade of lipstick on, there's nothing a girl can't do.
You should write a book.
He's putting little seeds in their head about how they're going to move forward in the day. He's got charisma,
And my
he's a
paintbrush.
threat.
So immediately I knew my strategy had to change. And I said to myself, you know what? Why don't you just be yourself? Because in the real world, we'll call it, I tend to lean on my collaborative relationships as my career has gone by. I mean, a makeup artist is also part therapist. So
For
that
sure.
being said, you know what I mean? Because you sit in your hairdresser's chair, or you sit in your makeup artist chair, and you're
And
going
you
through
talk.
something, and you talk, and you tell them everything, and you spill the tea, and there's no
More
hold
than your
barred, and
friends.
more than your friends, because sometimes you talk to them about your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Sorry,
You sit in that
friends.
chair. Sorry, friends. Everybody's got a vent. So that's what I became. And it wasn't something that I was doing, I would say, intentionally. But in this environment, my natural tact, and as some of my friends like to make fun of that, I say couth all the time, bazinga. My tact and couth it lent me the skills and tool set to create relationships that were authentic with everyone. And I think that's where I shined.
For sure. And yes, it is your brain, your brush, but it's also your heart as well. So you
you're sweet.
forgot part of that. I
Thank
just want
you.
to point that out, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to sound too arrogant, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, no, but it came across the screen, not trying to kiss your ass, blow any smoke up your ass either. That came across on the screen. And I think that's part of the reason why you came so far. And you've also developed a friendship from it as well.
Do you want to kiss me?
Absolutely fucking kinda.
Tell me I'm pretty first.
You're pretty.
What's pretty about me?
How you're never able to wash your body glitter all the way off.
Okay, slut, kiss
as
me.
well. Speaking of the girl, your bestie, Alyssa, both you and her, you guys came in with different personas of what the show technically is. With you as the makeup artist, she was the OnlyFans creator. How do you feel like those labels, did it hurt you? Did it help you? What would you say, Frank?
So that is a great point because in that arena, there was so much focus on profession and how that's going to play into the game. That being said, a lot of people don't know what the day in and out looks like for a makeup artist. So in this scenario, it was helpful because it allowed people to make assumptions that I was less than and that I would be non-threatening. And it allowed me to strategize privately versus needing to do things so publicly because there was an expectation. Like, for example, if you hear the word detective, you would assume that there's going to be strategy, that there's going to be investigation, that there's going to be tact. You hear lawyer, you're going to think strategy, grandstand, performance, she does judge and jury. You hear like all of these titles associate with some type of manipulation, whereas majority of people hear makeup artist and think la 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 la, paintbrush and pretty lipstick. So if you lean into that stereotype, it allows you to have a leg up, especially in an arena where everything is supposed to be so transparent.
Very good point. And I think I also saw another interview that you did, Frank. Didn't you and both Alyssa kind of use your beauty skills to your advantage? Didn't you guys like develop your own little beauty salon? You know, you have Catherine doing the cooking, and then you have you guys keeping everyone gorgeous. Is that the word on the street?
Well, you heard the word on the street correct. We did. So it's naturally in my friend group, I'm like a hybrid. I'm the fun one, I'm the glam one, and I'm also kind of like the dad in some aspects, or the grandma, depending on the environment. And the reason we started the beauty salon, which we also, if you keep up with us, you can find us on the Beauty Salon podcast. Yay!
Okay, guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
Really great podcast. Check it out. We'll make sure to talk about it again later, but check it out, guys.
And so it created an environment that was familiar for everybody and something that was kind of like a petri dish. And by doing that and everybody coming in, all of us, like all of the girls and myself, created these naturally occurring bonds where we would just sit and spill the tea, but it didn't feel inorganic. It was very natural because think about it, like we talked about before, who don't go to the hair salon and spill a little.
Yeah.
So the beauty salon was a pivotal piece where even Derek, you'll notice like halfway through, he started to pick up on game and he was like, yo, you got to watch out for Frankie. He's got all of these girls in his pocket. And then in my head, I was like, listen, detective, you keep your mouth shut and leave me alone. Okay. We'll play nice together. I won't blow your spot up. You don't blow mine up and we can work nice. Okay. Because, the other part of me is Italian. So growing up in Staten Island and in Jersey, being an Italian, your culture is a little. All of us have just a splash of Goodfellas. You know what I mean?
Good movie. I'm Italian too. That's also I grew up on. I was thinking about it today. Like my son is gonna grow up on all these pop culture phases, but I grew up on the phrases from like Goodfella and Casinos because Italian as well. But yeah, no, firecracker. Once you set us up, you set us up. Hold us back.
Right. Exactly.
No.
So half the time was play. Do you remember that game? Well, so now I'm aging myself. It was like one of those preloaded games on the computer when you would download it, usually like on a Windows. It was called Minesweeper, and you'd
Yeah.
have to like
Yes,
find
I remember
right,
Minesweeper.
and like you'd push one of them, and the whole thing would blow up. That's what we were playing. We were playing like the adult jungle version of Minesweeper, and Derek was about to step on a bomb, and I was like, "Don't kill yourself here."
Oh my god.
Great comparison. Great comparison.
Love him down. Love him down. We love you, Derek.
That's funny. So let's see here. So out of curiosity, so in the saving ceremonies, you managed to dodge elimination week after week, which is very, very impressive. So like, did you have a strategy, or was that like pure like charisma? Like what was behind that?
Alyssa and I have a genuinely authentic bond, right? And we both
All she wanna do is get naked.
bond, right? And we both have, I would say, natural influence and magnetism without sounding boastful, right? That being said, we unknowingly had positioned ourselves with enough cushion on both sides of the table, right? Because we had that an instant allegiance with that first group where we had touch of snakes.
Mhm.
All of us bonded over that trauma. But then we were socially adaptable enough where we actually got along with the dinner party crew too. So it wasn't inorganic. It was, we kind of just liked everybody in the house, and it seemed reciprocal. In this environment and arena, that worked out in our favor pretty good because it kept us safe week after week. So if they leaned more towards Alyssa, then Alyssa would be like, okay, got you, buddy. And then if it was more leaning towards me, then I'd be like, come on, Barbie, let's go party. So it worked out in our favor, and we were the dynamic duo from the beginning, and love her long time, always and forever.
Yeah, you guys were perfect bookends. I can only imagine the damage you guys would do on Big Brother together, because it's also fresh in my head right now. But no, you guys are really good. I mean, would you have ever imagined, winning it all and gaining a bestie out of it? What were your expectations going into the show, Frank?
Do you want to know the truth?
Of course.
So we were talking about this like halfway through in the house. It was, I forget who was sitting at the table. It was a couple of us. It was a mixed crowd, right? And we're like, so what's your goals? Do you want to win? I said, honey, I just want to make it to episode 5 so I get a meme. That was it. That was my goal. I wanted a meme. I was like, it's been my dream to have a meme of myself. I don't know why. These are, this is what runs through my head. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care. And when we were on our way to that final challenge, right? It was me, Alyssa, Jordan, Jack in the car. Brett was there too, but he wasn't participating. We were all just congratulating each other, and I was not anticipating actually being able to win. And then being faced with that challenge and seeing what do you want to call them? The wooden slats or whatever. In my head, I said, it's do or die, honey. So you better call the ancestors and ask them for all of your extra strength here, and you better book it. So you don't know what you're capable of until you tell yourself you can.
Yeah, it was very impressive watching you get through that moment and trying to muster everything up. So I definitely get that ancestors part too, but be very proud of yourself. Was not expecting to see that side of you, which makes reality TV that much more beautiful. All the different layers that it can peel like an onion, not to be corny.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. And I think that that's part of what makes these shows so fascinating, when they put you in these environments and situations where it's extremely high stress, right? You're also functioning on no sleep. You're constantly you're basically a science experiment under a petri dish. And then it shows who you are at your core because you don't have time to fabricate a persona. At least that was my experience. I didn't have the ability to think that critically and that quickly while fabricating a personality simultaneously. It was you get what you get and you don't get upset, and we're gonna work, twerk, and twirl. So you either like me and my rollers or you keep it pushing.
Yeah.
I
loved your rollers throughout the
Yeah.
film.
I like that. That used to be a song. Work, twerk, and twirl.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it'll be one coming out soon. Who knows? We always can use a dance mix.
Oh boy. So let's go to that moment. How did it feel like whenever you got saved over Devontae? Especially since, let's be honest, like
yeah, that was a big one.
Amanda.
He kind of did get played a little bit by Amanda. I'm very grateful to Amanda. I mean, if it wasn't for Amanda, I don't think we'd be having this conversation. So thank you, Tootsie. Yeah, that was appreciated and unexpected because throughout the course of the day that day, they don't air it, but I gave Alyssa like a whole soliloquy on you fight like heck, you win for the both of us. I'm telling you now, I'm the one that's got the bullseye on my head. I told all the girls, I'm like, you take care of her. Thank God for John coming in because we also created such a strong natural connection. And I told him, I said, if I go home, you take care of my Barbie doll and you protect her with everything in your heart. Yeah, look, I'm getting emotional. It was hard and it was unexpected. But I'm glad it happened the way it did because, we do make a good team. So the people needed Barbie and Ken.
Oh, yes, for sure.
1,000%. We needed Barbie and Ken.
Yes. Speaking of Barbie and Ken, you guys are both beautiful, glamorous. Your
so
fashion, you guys packed like none other. Alyssa in her heels, and bless her for doing that in Argentina too. Oh God!
But heels were like 6 inches in the jungle. They were literally this. They were like the size of my head. Hot heels.
Insane. She deserves a Guinness World Record for that or something.
Right?
There might be a page in there for her. I think you're right.
But how did you beauty queens deal with that? Because Catherine said the weather was miserable, humid AF. How did you guys deal with the weather acclimate of it, being away from your everyday, and then you also mix in cockroaches, which Alyssa handled like a damn champ. What? So how did you handle all of that, Frank?
That's a great question. My therapist might have the answer for you. We're working it out. Well, when I get an answer, I'll let you know. When I figure it out, Shelly's great. So, when we figure out, the onion that's going on in my brain. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? No, in real life, when you're in the jungle and the humidity, like let's call a spade. I didn't exactly have the best hair days 24/7 over there. I mean, my hair was either the size of Bozo
better than everyone else, though.
Oh well, because thank God I had my rollers. I needed something. I was like, how am I supposed? We go to sit at that dinner. My hair was done all nice, and then poof, I was like, okay, well, here's your feedback, Frank. You need better humidity proofing spray, and that's what we took away from this.
That's a great takeaway. That's an excellent takeaway.
Yeah, note to
makes a
self
great
for
one,
when
and
I
so does
travel
Color
next
Wow.
time.
Just so you know, we just looked into Color Wow, makes a great one, and KMS, great one. This is not sponsored, but if you want to, call me.
No, definitely. Well, I could use that in Chicago. Our weather has really changed, so I could use that.
I'm telling you, it's great. It really is. That was the biggest takeaway, especially and then after the fish chum challenge, because Alyssa bought new. Obviously, she got hair for the show. Because I mean, we're going on TV, you got to look glamorous, especially given that's kind of like your calling card. So after the fish chum challenge, she came out of that water. It was like orange. She looked like she was Lindsay Lohan instead of Barbie because her hair was like red. And I'm like, honey, she sure did. At least she stayed in the actress world. But I was like, honey, we got to do something. So that's when we went home. We did the hair masks, we did the face masks, and we had to try to wash the smell of that bacalao out of our hair. It was really something. It was really something.
Talk about teamwork, man.
Oh yeah. And when she was doing them roaches, I gotta tell you, it was like nothing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, she's sitting there like, well, I got out because you better believe I tried. I really did. I almost had like a full blown panic attack. You're in a coffin
Yeah, I could
in a
tell.
cloth noose with thousands of roaches dumped on your face. You tell me, and you're sleep deprived. You tell me you got, yeah, okay. And then did you know they hiss? Did you know roaches have a hiss? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You lay in a bed of Yeah. So then she's sitting there like, no, Derek, it's this. And she's just like flipping through like she's reading Vogue for like the 13th time. And
Yeah,
she's
for
just,
real.
she almost won. She almost won that challenge. And when she got out of that thing, I said, you are a psychopath in the best way possible because I've never seen nothing like you are so calm. I said, and I
Yeah.
made the joke at that point. I said, she wears the pants and I wear the apron. I'm totally okay with it. Let her run.
Good balance. But no, I mean, she owned it. It was so impressive. I don't think anyone saw that coming from her. So major kudos to her. You keep on bringing up sleep deprived. How much sleep did you guys get?
It had nothing. It wasn't. So that part isn't anything to do with I have trouble sleeping naturally. So I keep saying sleep direct, like even home in my bed with like my Tempur-Pedic, the vibrator, all that at my mother's house. I still need to I've realized, with my therapist that maybe that's part of, something that I could explore. It's sleep deprived because I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, so I run on not Dunkin' but espresso, and it's definitely it's definitely challenging when you're in the middle of the woods. Yeah, I'm with you, honey.
I don't sleep a lot either. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where it was not 495, Sally Ann, all of them, Kim, everybody were amazing. They treated us like kings and queens. So that was nothing but I am extremely grateful for the opportunity. And Lindsay, Allison, KDO, all of the production team themselves, they were nothing but sweet baby angels. And I have nothing but nice things to say about all of them. So that I want to make very clear. It wasn't, it wasn't, me being sleep deprived is a me problem, not a them problem.
Understand, and thank you for clarifying.
Yes.
Most definitely. So the Argentina shoot was long and it was grueling. There was no phones, harsh weather. Obviously, we've been talking about that, humidity. So how did you stay sane and keep yourself entertained during all this?
Yeah. So the good thing is, here's a little fun fact. I probably have a couple of kooky parts about me, and I love to entertain other people. So me being silly and goofy, helping them laugh helps break the ice. And if I didn't have John and Alyssa in that house, I probably would have gone a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But having two such compassionate, caring people that we had a genuine, authentic connection with, it helps you get through difficult situations, and you don't know that you need it until you're in it. So I'm blessed and grateful that I made and everybody in the house, we all had great bonds together. It's not that we all didn't get along. We had a great camaraderie. It was great. We had the pool. So we had moments where we were allowed to let off a little bit of steam and be silly. And it was really great to share this experience with all my castmates.
Nice. No, I love hearing that. Walk us through the finale, which was wild. There was twists that I didn't see coming in the finale. You know how you and Brett got to that position in the first place. But convincing the eliminated players to crown you the winner was no easy task, Frank. So, what do you
Thank you.
think tipped the scales in your favor? Walk us through that.
Okay, so I can speak on my own experience. I don't want to speak for other people's experiences. So I will say this. My number one priority in life and a mantra that I live by is people may never remember your name, but they'll remember how you make them feel. So I always do my best to lead with my heart. Um, and treat people the way, not the way that I would want to be treated, the way they would want to be treated, because I think that's the biggest differential. Because what I would want and what they would want are usually pretty different. You know, like my ideal day might be at the spa getting a gel mani pedi, whereas somebody else might be hiking on a mountain, you know, in extreme elements, getting lightning struck at the top of the mountain. Two different things, right? So that being said, going through this competition, it was important for me to be able to learn them. Learn them. I needed to learn them quickly and meet them where they wanted to be met. And that I think was the key to my success versus assuming that I couldn't learn anything from everybody and assuming that I knew what was the path forward based off of like physical strength and maybe perhaps brute force. That's never been me. That's never been, you know, that's not how I operate. I lead with love. So I think that in a game of manipulation, deception, and some clouded skies, bringing a little bit of sunshine was the key to this whole thing.
Awesome. So since winning the show, like, how has life been? Like, I see that you moved to like from North Carolina to New York, and like you were just part of Brooklyn Fashion Week, like, which is super exciting. Like all these things happening. So like, what's all this like? Like, how's everything?
Well, we do have some exciting things coming up. Brooklyn Fashion Week is going to be, I believe it's the October 11th to the 18th, at multiple locations with fabulous designers and all those things. So what you saw is where we're, you know, picking some people for some from fun projects. And due to this experience and the exposure, it's putting me in connection with some amazing people that I don't think I would have had the opportunity to connect with, being like geographically divided, and now having this platform where it's like, hey, I'm here, and then it's like, oh, we click, and now it's like, you know, that song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud. So everybody's been extremely kind, welcoming, and appreciative of the skills that I bring to the table. And it looks like we're gonna have, you know, you saw the launch of the podcast.
Do you feel like sometimes when you're in filming that you experience that kind of dystopian kind of like you're almost like you're watching yourself?
Yeah, I like literally. I'm not even kidding. Did you ever see that movie, The Truman Show?
Yeah, that's what we said about us.
That is fucking me.
Yeah.
And that is probably you.
Well,
Feel like
I mean, you obviously way more so. You've
Yeah.
had way. I respectfully, you've had more skin in the game for years. But you know, we got our first taste of the Truman Show.
Can you imagine? Like,
wild.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in on it, but you guys. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and just to know that now, looking in,
Yeah.
like looking at it from like, you know, from the outside looking in now, it makes sense. That movie is like amazing.
Yeah.
I keep saying, I'm like, I'm Truman. Like, I swear. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah.
When he's at the end on the boat and he
Yeah.
fucking goes into the wall, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's me. I'm like, where are the fucking producers? Where is everyone? You know? I'm like, all the cast is going to come out and be like, Ange, for 15 years, we were all in on it, but you. Wow. Like, thanks, motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean?
15 years.
15 years.
The launch of the podcast. We're getting into Fashion Week. We're keying some shows. You know, I have some product collaborations coming out with some cool people. Like there's some fun things in the works. So I hope that if you watch the show and you believe in me, that you give me a follow and a like so that this way you can see all the fun things coming up, because it's not just limited to manipulation and deception. We're now moving into something a little bit more glamorous, something a little bit more fun. And, you know, you mentioned earlier that Alyssa and I would do some damage on Big Brother. That's something that I you know, putting the feelers out there. That sounds like fun. There's also
Let's
another one that I would
manifest
love to
it.
do is I would love to do Amazing Race with John.
Oh.
Because and I know
Oh,
this is a curveball, but let me just paint
definitely.
you a picture. Let me paint you a picture, right? So
Yeah.
I'm the la, right? The one that's like, you know, oh hi honey, how you doing? He's so smart, and the way that he can like memorize a map in like 2.5 seconds, I'm
Oh my
like,
Oh.
gosh.
you could win this. So
Oh.
I'll be like, I'll
There you
carry the
go.
backpack, you figure out how to get there. And I think that would be hilarious, because a
Yeah.
lot of our dynamic they didn't get to see on screen, and he's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
So he's another one. And then, me and Alyssa would also be funny, but I feel like between me and her, if we were doing a race, I don't know if we would make it past step one, because the two of us would look at each other like, your hair's out of place, honey. Where's the lip gloss in the other bag? Did we not pack? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
you
I
need to
could
balance
see
that.
that.
I can,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
for
in
sure.
Big Brother, oh, I think me and her in Big Brother,
Social
I think
game.
that would be, yeah,
Ooh,
I think that would be like, watch out, you know, come on, Barbie, let's go really party.
yeah.
Right? It's everybody else.
Spe-
Go on.
Yeah.
Speaking
Because
of social game, you obviously have a good social game inside and outside of the game. How has everything been with your castmates after the show?
You know, I tell you this, I'm so lucky that we have the group that we do, because we're understanding and empathetic. We understand that it was a game, it was a show, and everybody was playing along. So watching back the confessionals was a new experience for someone like me, because I had never been immersed into this world before. So hearing some of the things that were said led me to have to pause momentarily to digest it. But we've all since moved on past that. I mean, there's group chats, there's, you know, constant communication, there's camaraderie, there's trips that we plan separately with one another. It's uh, everybody. This was the best version of Cuckoo Camp that all of us could have attended together, and it I think, regardless of where life takes us, this will bond all of us permanently.
For sure. And as I told Brett, you guys were the wildest group of
Yeah.
individuals I've ever seen throw together in a long time, since the OG real world days.
This is social survival of the fittest.
As much as I might love some of these people, I love money more.
I'm totally 50% badass, 50% princess.
I like being in the middle of chaos and controlling it.
I think if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I'm really, really good at reading people.
Being a pastor is really all about persuasion.
If I have to lie, cheat, and steal to win this competition, I'm doing it.
The hair is going to do most of the work.
I want my competitors to know you're going down, period.
It's all fun and games until money's involved.
I love figuring things out. I'm gonna dominate.
Everything I do is strategically based.
A big part of my job is to determine whether somebody's lying to me.
My biggest strength is going to be genuinely communicating with people.
I didn't come all this way to lose. Losers are not cute.
Welcome to the snake.
World days. It's wild looking back, seeing all of the different personalities and walks from life that was thrown together. Insane.
Yeah, who would have thought that a cowboy and a makeup artist would become close friends, right?
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
Cowboy Cody. He is
crazy.
he's a breath of fresh air. All of them were great
Yeah.
people in their own way. I was blessed to meet so many amazing people in my life, and now expand our network.
Yeah. And why didn't we get a reunion?
I know.
Great question.
Fox, Hulu, make it happen.
I mean,
Season
honey,
2.
I
And
have
if there is a
perfect
season
outfit
2,
for it.
There's a season 2. They need to bring back you and Alyssa to help co-host the reunion. I think you guys would be fantastic co-hosts.
Co-host the reunion? That would be spectacular.
I would be elated. And then I have the perfect white jacket, higher collar. It's got a train with the embroidery. I have it all figured out. So we don't even need we're gonna be best dressed. You know, it's gonna look like who knows? Maybe it'll be dueled as my wedding. We'll see. You know, stranger things have happened.
You're right.
Love it. Awesome. Well, Frank, we are getting towards the tail end of this awesome interview, which I do not want to end. We could talk to you all day, of course, but Kimberly and I would like to get into a quick lightning round of questions with you. It is bestie edition because one of the best things to come out of this summer, besides you winning it all, is the friendship that came out of it. As you mentioned, like, you guys have a lot of things blossoming together. You guys have your own awesome podcast together and lots more. So would like to do a lightning round of who is most likely to. Are you down for that, Frank? Between you and Alyssa?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, she can't speak for herself. So Alyssa, if you disagree, feel free to share your comments in the chat. But first up, who would be most likely to survive without their phone the longest?
Me.
Okay.
She has it. She has 2 phones, and they're attached to her hip. She has 2. My little princess has 2 phones, and they're both attached to her, and it's adorable because one phone she does certain things on, and one phone she does other things on. She is the epitome of my pretty little princess diva baby.
I kind of appreciate that.
So
now I kind of wish I had 2 phones.
Yeah.
I got 2 phones.
Awesome.
So who's more dramatic when they don't get enough sleep? You
Me.
or you? Okay.
Me. I'm a nightmare. I am a nightmare
that
in a
based off of
handbasket.
things you've been mentioning.
I am a nightmare in a handbasket. You don't let me sleep, then you're gonna meet the other 17 personalities in my head. And some of them haven't clocked in completely, if you follow my lead.
Speaking of personalities, who takes longer to get ready before a night out?
She does, because I have to do it.
Oh,
I do.
true.
So technically it would be me, but I'm getting her ready before we go anywhere. So I don't know what the answer is to that. Both of us? Question mark?
Oh, you're such a good bestie.
Oh, I know. I love it. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Listen, you got to look out for your people, right? I mean, hey.
You're
You
right.
can't have she's a pretty princess. You got to make sure she looks A+. She looks A+ with no makeup on, for the record. She's a beautiful girl. She doesn't need anything. She's gorgeous. With a little bit of lipstick, she looks like, a supermodel.
Anytime her images come up, because we cover Love Island, I think I'm seeing a new Love Island bombshell. I'm like, no, it's Alyssa.
No, I'm telling you, I told her
she's a bombshell.
she would be so good on Love Island. She's like perfect for it.
I think she would.
She's perfect for it.
Yeah, which she could just bring something in there, like spice it up. And I could tell she would split people in her heads. She would be awesome on there as a bombshell. That's another thing to think about. Listen up, Peacock.
I think she'd be perfect for Long Island. Long Island. She's Louise, Mary, and Joseph. I meant Love Island.
I love it.
No.
So who made for more friends on the snake?
Both of us. Maybe. I would give that to Alyssa. I think that she's a little easier to get along with initially because she's more bubbly and she's more digestible. I mean, you look at her and your jaw just drops to the floor and you listen to anything she has to say and then you realize she's funny and sweet on top of it. It's great. I'm like when people tell you, oh, you're not your cup of tea. Yeah, that's because I'm champagne and not everybody drinks. So
my 5-year-old daughter saw a picture of her. She's like, oh, she's so beautiful. It's insane.
When you're in person with her and you walk past her, the way that the response, you literally just do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
because you're just enamored by her, you know? So I would say it's definitely Alyssa would win Miss Congeniality Socialite.
Okay. So who would be more likely to break out into random dancing?
Me.
Okay, cool.
Definitely. I do often. Sometimes I have my this dance, and especially if I'm eating and it's good food, I do my happy yummy dance.
Happy yummy dance.
That's really my doppelganger.
Golly. I want to go now. I want to go eat with you. I want to go do all this kind of stuff with you. Now I want to go.
Oh, if it's really good food, like you know when you go to a good sushi spot and they bring out that really nice one on a boat and it's all the fresh one. Yum, yum.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now.
You're right. I miss my sushi in a boat in Pacific Beach. I used to always get sushi in a boat.
Oh, you wanna win my heart? That's it. Huh?
Who had better one-liners and confessionals? Do you think?
I would raise my hand.
I agree. No offense, Alyssa. No offense, but that's the reason why I had the belly laughs, Frank. Your one-liner is just like, it was like poetry.
Oh man, I think my mother and father disagree because they're like, you're a cuckoo bird, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You do come from them, though. You have to get it somewhere.
My grandma.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thinking to other reality competitions, Frank, who would be the first one of you guys to crack under competition?
In the same one or a different one? Like if we were on like Big Brother or something, who would crack?
Yeah, a different game.
Oh, of all the people on the cast, I would say the first person to crack would likely be Kaylee the cop because she had I think life would benefit her a little bit longer lived for strategy purposes.
I could see that.
That makes sense. Now, who do you think will win if it was just the two of you in a finale?
Who? Oh, that's you know
it came so close to that.
You know who would win? It would be Alyssa because I tell you why. I would never ever take something like that away from her, and I would step down and I would give her the crown.
Oh, spoken like a true king.
I know. Now I'm envisioning you guys as the final two on Big Brother, which is having a lackluster season. They needed Frank and Alyssa. Damn it, production.
Yeah, I would never take when I don't know if you see it, but in the finale, when we were doing that final challenge, like and I won the board one with the things where we're all sweating, I apologized to her like 27,000 times. I started crying and saying I'm sorry because I didn't want to beat her.
Yeah.
So I would give her the crown.
That's what makes you guys such a great duo.
Thank you.
Real quick, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We got even more coming your way. But Frank, this has been such a fun conversation from strategy to challenges to those behind the scenes dynamics. You have given us such a good look into what it really takes to survive the snake. Can you please give everyone again the 411 on your fab new podcast, The Beauty Salon, and how they can find you?
So thank you. Yes, we have Alyssa and I. If you want more of us, we're giving it to you. It's on The Beauty Salon because it's in homage to the beauty salon that won us all the way to victory. So here we're going to talk about all things beauty, glow up tips and tricks, some this or that with some really great fun friends, all things beauty, but all things positive, all things growth mindset, not just for how to get the perfect lashes, but also how to prevent yourself from crying and running that waterproof. You know what I'm saying? So helping to keep you light, helping to keep you loving, and helping to keep you your best version of yourself, while also getting some inside scoop from some fun special guests that have also peruse the reality world. And you could find us on Instagram and TikTok and all things at the Beauty Salon Podcast, as well as YouTube. And you could follow me on all streaming platforms, aka Instagram mainly, because that's where I am because I'm old, at the Frank Joseph.
It's
And
so hard to keep up with everything.
Come
So
on.
hard.
This is what we got going and cooking, and there's more to come. Oh, and I am also on TikTok. I forgot, but yeah.
But I want to say you've had a stacked lineup for your podcast. So major kudos to you.
Thank you.
And your team as well. Like, you guys are off like gangbusters.
Thank you. We're trying to, we're making content that we would want to consume. So I think that if you relate to us and you have the same type of philosophies, I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely for girls, gays, and theys.
Perfect for our audience. But thank you for being so open and keeping it real about the highs, the lows, and the moments we didn't see coming. So again, everyone, go follow Frank and Alyssa. Show them some love. If you're new here, again, subscribe. Do all that good stuff that we've been beating you over the head about.
Everyone go follow Frank and Alyssa. Frank on his all the socials that he gave us. And then show some love. And then if you're here, make sure to subscribe, and you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Because up next, we're keeping the momentum going. We've got more interviews, more behind the scenes stories, and even more of the snake cast that will be joining us. So you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, all the snakes are coming out of the woodwork. That is for sure. But today we're with the best one. So I'm Danny.
I'm Kimberly.
And this has been another
live reality TV deep dive.
Yeah. So see you guys next time. Thank you, Frank. Take care, guys.